honored to have Glenn Weisgerber here today to do a couple of demos as a preview to the Las Vegas Airbrush Getaway, October 14th through the 18th at the new Tropicana Hotel. And Glenn, take it away.
Yeah, the brush I use for this demo, it's probably one of my favorites, is a MAC #2 Blue Thread Sword Striper. Been using them for years. It's the workhorse as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate 4 basic pinstriping strokes that you can use for pretty much any design. First one I'm going to show is a straight stroke, top to bottom. Land the brush, pull, end. Second stroke is going to be an S curve, left and then back to right, left, back to right, back to left. The third stroke is going to be a left curve, back to a right. The next stroke is going to be a right back to a left. Now pretty much these 4 strokes can be used in any classical pinstripe design. I'm going to do a quick little design using these strokes. I'm going to start with the S stroke. Now I'm going to reverse that stroke, go the opposite way. I'm going to use the C stroke here. Come back, meet the bottom. Come down, cross, come back, meet the bottom. The straight line strokes can go in any direction. They don't have to go straight down. They can come down on an angle. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to come down. I'm going to ride through the middle. And I'm going to come down this way. Ride through the middle. And now I can keep building with these strokes here. I can come back in and trail this first stroke down. Same thing with the left one. Come down, and I can repeat this same thing again, coming through here. Come down. I can actually come back with an S. A lot of times when you do these, the beauty of pinstriping is that it's very free-form. You might decide in the middle of a stroke that you want to change where it's going. It doesn't always have to be something you have to follow through with. It's a very loose form of artwork. I find it very relaxing when you don't put yourself in a position to be restricted. Just let it happen. And we're going to keep building these strokes. Now I'm going to take this stroke and turn it sideways. I'm going to bring it right around. And up. There's always room for a little touch-up. Nothing comes out perfect every time. There's no rule that says you have to get it exactly right in one shot. We can take these strokes here, stretch them out a little bit and make a teardrop stroke, which is very popular on these designs. Come down, point, come down, point. You can build on this. I call it kind of an Art Deco style. You keep repeating this design left to right. Drop it down a step. Drop it down again. Come back in and do any little fine tuning you need to do. And there you have basically the first color for the design. And I'm going to add some succeeding colors to this to try to really bring it home. Okay, we're going to add the second color to these exercises and to the design. I'm going to start by doing something that is very important, to be able to strike another straight line next to the first one, keeping the distance between them the same and the line structure and weight the same. So we start at the top, we come down, to the bottom. Same thing with the curve. Coming down, keeping your weight of the line as consistent as you can, as well as the negative space in between. The curves here I'm going to connect because that's a very important tool to have in these designs. I'm going to start here with a point. I'm going to come out a little bit of space, back in to a point. Start at a point, come back out, come back to the left, point. This is where I'm going to utilize the second color on this design. I'm going to come in here and pick up these curves, doing a similar exercise to what I showed here. Opposite side. I'm going to work with these shapes here. Right, back to left, point. Left, back to right, point. This one here is going to work right in this spot here. It's going to follow this line. It's going to come down, and it's going to converge into that curve. Same thing on the opposite side. Follow this line, down, point. One thing I forgot to mention on these previous ones, another good thing to learn is the teardrop using a solid stroke. You start wide, push, pull down, lift the brush, snap. This will come in handy right on this stroke here. I'm going to fill this little void here where it's black. I'm going to come down, push heavy, lift, point. I'm going to do a curved version of the same stroke in here. And you can have fun with these. Like I said, it's a very loose art form. Nothing is planned out. I know I have no clue what I'm doing here. I'm just creating. And that's the fun part. There's no script when you're striping. It's letting the last stroke dictate the next stroke. And a lot of times you'll find that as you're working, it'll just kind of unfold for you. Try to keep an eye on negative and positive space and keeping your layout balanced. That's the important thing. And there you have a second color. This demo is just a small example of what I'll be teaching at the Airbrush Action Getaway. I know looking at it, it looks difficult, but by the end of the class, I'm going to make things a lot easier for you.